5 months after his sacking from the planning docket over his alleged involvement in the theft of 791 million shillings at the National Youth Service, Peter Mangeti was before a committee probing the loss of 180 million shillings at the Youth Fund.
I do swear that the evidence I shall give before this Public Investment Committee.
Under oath, Mangeti says his former boss, Waiguru, did little when she was briefed about the loss of funds.
I was focusing on letting the CS know that something like this was happening, so that in her case, she would also be in a position to advise, direct. I do not recall the reaction of the CS, but for me it was my habit to brief her regularly.
On 26th of October 2015, Mangeti wrote to the Youth Enterprise Development Fund Board Chair Bruce Odhiambo requiring him to invite the EACC to probe the scam at the fund. On learning of the directions, Waiguru required Mangeti to also get a briefing from the then acting Chief Executive Officer Catherine Namuye, who had by that time been suspended. Mangeti questioning the wisdom of such a move.
Are you alluding that the Cabinet Secretary was not even aware that the CEO had been suspended?
I only assume that even as she was writing this, it was within her knowledge that the acting CEO had been suspended. So I cannot answer as to why she thought that was necessary, but I used my judgment and thought it wasn't necessary for me to get an admin report. What was I going to do with it?
Mangeti has also taken issue with Chase Bank officials who honored instructions from Catherine Namuye to pay Quantum Limited a sum of 180 million shillings, yet they had been sanctioned by a sole signature against public finance policy. However, when they appeared before the PIC, Chase Bank officials last week indicated how they conducted due diligence before making the payments.
Research to the committee.
This even as the State Corporations Advisory Committee recommended that all Youth Fund Board directors be held responsible for the mess at the fund. Meanwhile, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has recovered crucial documents and information after raiding the homes of 3 persons linked to the scam. The homes belong to Board Chair Bruce Odhiambo, Namuye, and Quantum Limited Managing Director Muriuki Ngamau. The former Principal Secretary Peter Mangeti has exonerated himself from blame, saying that he did everything that was within his power. However, the focus now shifts to the former Cabinet Secretary Waiguru, whom when she appears before the committee will have to contend with questions of whether she was party to the scam or she did anything that would appear to be a cover-up over the mess at the fund. Sam Gituko, Citizen TV, Nairobi.